Alright, it's the moment of truth. Is there something you'd like to say to the people? Oh, suddenly you have nothing to say. So it's the second day since that appointment, that fateful appointment with the gynecologist, and I am the second day that I am intentionally not taking tamoxifen. I guess I wanted to keep you in the loop with everything. I'm going to show you the graph that the doctor gave me. There's a serious wrestling match going on my front step. Oh, there they go. Oh, snakes. It's Sunday morning, and I was thinking about the test coming up tomorrow. Yes, I've had moments where I've just felt kind of panicky about it, and I've been able to get some attention and express those emotions, and and move on. Having a bigger perspective helps, and the bigger perspective I'm thinking of is that it doesn't matter what the test results are. The bottom line truth remains: our days are limited, and so get on with it. Life, that is. And yeah, my attitude has kind of been, well, I don't know the limit of my days, but I know they're limited. So today is awesome. I feel great. I'm gonna live it, and I'm hoping that I can continue to have that perspective no matter what happens. Oh, double rainbow across the sky!
Go buy your lottery tickets.
It's so intense! What a day for a double rainbow. It's just what I needed today. Oh, it's not faded, it's the opposite of faded. Especially because I've been using the analogy, like when I was thinking about having had a mastectomy and facing the potential of having to have a hysterectomy, just talking about how it affects you sexually, or me, was that it feels like a color was taken out of the rainbow for me in terms of sex. There's still beauty, there's still function, it's still worth it, we're still happy, but there's just one little part of the spectrum that's gone. Wouldn't you say? Does that feel accurate for you too?
Yeah.
And I just feel like a hysterectomy would add the same thing again, like another color taken out. There'd still be beauty, there'd still be function. As far as
plenty of color.
Plenty of color. And for some people who've had hysterectomies who have like issues with pain, and they have issues in their that actually make sex painful. They say it's so much better. Actually, I was talking to someone today who said I highly recommend it. So I'm really, really hoping that's not something I have to do, but all I want to say is thanks for the rainbow.
Oh, there's a big drop off here.
I know, I see it. I'm going to back up.
Yeah.
I meant to say it's the moment of truth. We're going in for my appointment.
That's the truth.
Yes. It's over. I think I mentioned it. What I had today was called a Sonohysterogram. And it's basically an ultrasound where they squirt saline up inside your uterus, so it opens up the uterus so they can see better. There were 4 possible things that they were looking for. It could be that there was a polyp that was making the lining look thicker. Another was that there could be thickening happening underneath the lining because of the tamoxifen. And another was that the uterine lining, or what's also called the endometrium. Don't turn on the car. Okay. Was thicker, so I had endometrial thickening. And if that was the case, then they'd have to see if the thickening was cancer, endometrial cancer. And if that was the case, then they would want me to do a hysterectomy. So what it turned out to be was thickening underneath the lining. So my lining wasn't thicker, there were no polyps. They call it normal cystic changes because of the tamoxifen. Nothing has to be done. I can keep taking tamoxifen. I have to admit, having this coming up made me realize that I have been feeling a little crampy for the last couple of months at least. And it really scared me to have that feeling, and I'm pretty sure that is due to the tamoxifen. And I stopped taking it 3 days ago, and now I have the challenging decision of deciding to go back on it or not. And there'll be many conversations and much meditation on that subject in the next day or two. So that's it. Do you want to say anything?
Good news.
Yeah.
It was good, just very good news.
Yeah. And by the way,
there was no equivocating by the doctor either.
Yeah.
Which she saw she was very clear about, so that was good. That was good too.
Yeah. And that procedure really isn't painful. I mean, there's a slightly crampy feeling, but it's really not bad. And they told me I could take Advil ahead of time, and I decided not to. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I really feel fine. It took about 10 minutes. So that's what it is. That's the story. Okay?
Okay.
Hi, pretty toad. I now have to put it down when my dog won't see you. Put you down, I mean. Ooh, ooh. That's a cool looking toad. Look, it's me and a toad. Ooh, you got lots of little warty things on your back. No wonder people think that toads give you warts. Look at that back. Alright, I'm letting him go. He's pretty relaxed. Usually you pick up a frog or a toad, they pee on you. This one didn't. Because they pee on you out of fear. So Jim took the day off to be with me for that test, and so we could be together if we were like processing difficult news. But instead, we're just having a nice walk with the dog and picking up toads. Good quote. Remember, remember, this is now and now and now. Live it, feel it, cling to it. I want to become aware of all I've taken for granted. Sylvia Plath. Good one.
Oh, yes. We love you, Millie.
Okay, look. This is a graph that shows what would happen to 100 people who had exactly my cancer, who were my age, and also were in perfect health beforehand. All I did was have the surgery. After 10 years, 54 of the 100 would be alive. About 45 would be dead. And 1.1, well, that's a pretty high number. One person would be dead from some other cause. That's just being alive in 10 years. Now we're going to talk about relapse. This is the number of people who would be alive without relapse if all you did was surgery. And this is the number of people who would relapse. Add tamoxifen, you get this much more benefit. Add chemo, you get this much more benefit. Both together, again, if you put those two little bars next to each other, it would have been out to like here, but that's not the case. It just combined, it's a little bit less. So I'm not out of the woods by any means whatsoever. It's like 1 out of 4 people are going to get their cancer to come back. Maybe 1 out of 5 or 6 is going to die in 10 years. And the statistics don't go out further than that. So, I'm taking my pill now. Just to add that. I'm just going to take it. I got this bicycle. Those are not your average handlebars. Very interesting. When you go into a college town, you gotta go to places like this where you're buying secondhand clothes because there's lots of really good clothes. So much better than at home. I needed jeans and I just came away with 4 pairs that fit me perfectly. Okay, next, what else do we want to do while we're in Providence? Food.
I'm ready for food.
Okay, we'll do that next. Wow, it's at the end of that road. We should go there and get ourselves some gold.
Pot of gold?
Pot of gold.